Welcome to another episode of Tech Uncensored. My name's Nick.
My name's Paul.
I saw this question that was posted online.
Development community, as we've mentioned, is amazing. If you're getting started and you're asking yourself what language did I choose,
Would you create a new anything with PHP?
We don't really have a direction. We have an idea.
I think the difference between the passionate or talented programmer and the one that just gets the education is the guy that goes home after the education is done and continues.
I was thinking about the other day was why did I wait a couple of years after college to pursue a remote job instead of just doing it right after school, and it being like, it just wasn't something that crossed my mind. It wasn't something that I thought was feasible or available to me. But the more I've learned over the last couple of years, the more I'm to say, like, it's definitely a possibility, and there are companies that are open to bringing in junior developers remotely.
Not only openly, but actively. You know?
Like, it's definitely a diamond in the rough, but once you pursue it, just about anything else, just like anything else, it's there for the taking. They're dedicated to it, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely out there and it's public knowledge. It's not something that's hidden. It's just, like I said, in a sense, it's a diamond in the rough because, I mean, especially if you're coming from, you know, a not too, built up resume of a career and then going to look for that, you almost think not worth it. But as soon as you even try to pursue it, I mean, look at GitLab. Like, that was like, boom, yeah, sure. You know, like, they had no problem.
I think a lot of it comes down to that confidence, and because just think, if I'm going to be looking for hiring somebody remotely, there's a lot of like self-direction and self-motivation and self-discipline that goes along with that.
Yep.
And if I don't know you and there's a slim chance that I might not like ever even meet you, maybe once a year at the team or at the company, like, get together. But like, I gotta basically judge you on what I can get over the phone or over a video interview.
Which I almost trust that man more, honestly, as a hiring director and everything, because they have a lot more responsibility than someone that's going to pursue you in person.
Right.
They have to call your skills, your traits, your personality, all of that within a phone call and you know, your projects, of course, and stuff like that. But I mean, honestly, word of mouth doesn't even work in that realm. It's all based on almost a gut feeling, and that's total opinion. But I seriously believe that, and I believe in it, because a gut feeling over something like that, I feel like you're gonna have a lot better people around you, because you have that job, and you're like, damn, this better feel good.
More about that self-confidence and the self-drive and self-motivation, and that a lot of that has to shine through the phone conversation or the hangouts or the video call or whatnot.
Whatever set up for that.
More than I think a lot of people think. I think a lot of people get into the mentality like, well, I'm just coming out of school, I might not have a portfolio. First of all, you should be having some sort of portfolio when you graduate. That's more than just your assignments. But there definitely are companies that are looking for junior devs, so they're not looking for a lot of experience, and the fact is that it's out there. And if you want to take advantage of that, I think that the opportunity is there, and
Definitely true.
just wanted to let people know that that exists and hurt us. So yeah, I want to touch on that for a little bit. It's not for everybody. So there's a lot of.
So what is the downside to thinking about going for a remote position? Because I'm guessing, some of this video is, hey, remote dev is there, here's why or why not it is for you.
Yeah, well, it looks very attractive from the surface because, well, oh, cool, I get to, roll out of bed, go right to work, I can stay home, I can work from my pajamas.
No travel expenses.
Yeah, I don't have to go hit a time clock or anything like that, which, makes it sound really attractive.
And honestly, you don't have to mingle. And that's a big flaw for me sometimes, is you don't have to put on some type of face because you're in the comforts of your own home. I mean, of course, you have Slack and Hangouts and stuff, but you do that from the confines of your home, so you get to be who you are,
Right. So, like, that whole thing makes it look super attractive. But what people forget is that it's not for everybody, and you have to kind of look at yourself and say, well, am I the type of person where that type of environment and that culture really helps me work? There's a lot of, and some of the risk involved with hiring people remotely is the burnout. Like, every 6 months, there's the potential for turnover. There's been companies that have experienced, like, every 6 months we hire these remote workers, but they get burned out after 6 months because they're just not the type of candidate that works well.
They just
in
can't
this
deal
type
with
of
that environment,
And so that's why there's a lot of pressure on somebody that's looking to hire remote workers, that they have to take that risk and make sure that they're getting the right people.
There's a different type of skill involved where it's not your programming skills that are at risk there. It's your, you know, your social skills and how well you are by yourself in your own environment.
Co-working can be a great alternative to it, where it allows you to work remotely, but every day you go to some place that, you know, other developers, other remote workers, other freelancers go to, and you can collaborate with and have that sort of office type feel, but it's a bunch of people that, you know, don't work
in the company environment.
In the company, don't even work in maybe the same business. Maybe it could be graphic designers and artists and illustrators and web developers and software programmers and freelancers, and
which is how cool.
Ad
like
people
honestly,
and all
to see
that.
all walks of life
So-
that aren't doing the same code base.
So, you know, having that network, we always talk about networking and getting, you know, reaching across the aisle and being able to say, you know, I have this problem, I'm looking for a designer. Oh, hey, Johnny, you're a designer. Can you help me out on this? Really can benefit you and be a great alternative to staying in your house and being a remote worker and being distracted by things you've got going on there, trying to balance a home versus work life. You just go there, you work there 8 hours a day, and then go home, and that is your office environment, that is your work, that's how you separate it, and that can work for you. The point of this is to say, you know, remote working is certainly not out of reach, especially if you are just getting out of college and looking for that first job. I'd say if you believe that this is something that, you know, fits the type of culture and environment that you want to work in, then by all means pursue it. I think that you can be very competitive in working remotely. I mean, everybody wants it, yes, but because not everybody is going to do well at it means that if you can, you know, show that, you know, I have the communication skills, I have the ability, you know, the self-motivation, the self-dedication, I can problem solve on my own, I know when to ask questions, I know when there's something I don't understand and can find the right person to ask that, and, you know, can be responsible on my own and disciplined enough to do this on my own, then, you know, if you can get that across to a hiring manager over the phone or in a video conference and have that confidence, that I know, you know, if I'm looking for that, if I find that in somebody, then yeah, it's worth giving them the shot. There's a lot of distributed teams that are all over the place. They're not so looking for, you know, I'm gonna stay in this one spot and I'm just gonna hire people here. They're like, I'm gonna hire the best people that I can, and the best people aren't
always local.
Local to where you are. So yeah, bottom line, do it. Don't shy away. It's definitely available to you. My name is Paul.
And I'm Nick.
And this is Tech Uncensored. Follow us on Facebook. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Watch us on Periscope at Tech_Uncensored.
And hit us on, if you like this video, hit us up on YouTube, like it, and subscribe, please.
Cool. Peace.